This is a Google Classroom tutorial. The first thing you need to do is go to Google and you need to look over in the right-hand corner and see your account listed there. If you go one icon over, it will say Google Apps. Click on that, and then you can find the Google Classroom app. Once you've clicked on that, what will pull up on your screen is Google Classroom. Now, you might be a part of multiple classes, so you need to make sure you're picking the correct Google Classroom. So for this instance, I'm going to choose grade 5 rather than grade 5 exhibition. Now, just looking at this screen, I want you to look at a feature that Google Classroom has to offer. If you click down here, you can open your work for grade 5. This is a really helpful tool to make sure you are seeing what has been assigned to your child, as well as seeing what is due and what has been returned with a grade. And so you can look at the filters on the side here. If you go to assigned, you can see all of the homework listed that each teacher has assigned for your child. You can also look at returned with grade. This will help you keep track of where your child is at and make sure that you are up to date with the latest scores. And finally, you can look to see which assignments are missing by your student. And so that way you can keep following up to make sure that your student or child is turning things in on time. Now, if we hit this back button, I want to bring you back to our original screen. And so you can just double click on grade 5, and this will bring you to our major Google Classroom account. And so the first tab here is called Stream. This will show everything that each teacher has posted within the entire school year. I wouldn't recommend this as your main source of finding information because it is everything and it can be a lot to look at. But let's just stay on this screen for a little bit. And you can see in the left-hand corner, right here where my mouse is clicking at, you can see upcoming. So this will show you all of the due dates for this week. And so it looks like for Tuesday, we have an acrostic poem due, and we also have the story of Esther due. And so that will also keep students and parents on track with what is due for each week and each day. The most helpful tab, I believe, is the classwork tab. This is where you can see in categories what is all due for the week, the day, etc. In the left-hand side, you can see all topics, and you can just basically click on any one of these to see what is happening for those topics. Basically, they'll be the subjects. And so this is a helpful way to say, oh, I know I have a reading assignment, so I should click on the reading tab, and it will bring you directly to all the reading assignments. Let's go back to all topics. So in this, it has all of the assignments, same as the stream, but this is a little bit more organized. So this will be all the speaking assignments, all of the reading assignments, all the vocabulary assignments, all of this will be put together. So it'll help you to categorize what you need to do. Now you may wonder, why is some of these circle icons blue and some of them are gray? Now, if the student has turned in their assignments, it'll be gray. However, if they have not turned it in, it'll be blue. So this will also allow you to keep track of what has been completed, what is still outstanding, and what has the student need to keep working on. Now let's look how to do a specific assignment. So if you go to the all topics and scroll down to vocabulary, I assigned a test assignment for home-based learning. You can click on that assignment and it'll bring you up to this screen. You can look at these big words right here. It says Tuesday, March 10, English test for home-based learning. This is where the teacher will categorize what the assignment is, name it. You can see in the instruction spot what you need to do. So I have work on vocabulary Google Slides attached as the prompt for the vocabulary short story you need to write this week. See Google Slides for instructions. This will be due Thursday. And so I attached a vocab slides that they can all edit. And so what you can do, and once the student has finished their assignment, is they can mark it as done. As soon as they've marked it as done, the teacher will be able to see that and make feedback or add a grade, etc. So they'll be able to just see that the student has completed this assignment. If, however, the teacher does not add the assignment here, the student will have to add or create their own assignment or place where they'll put their work. So they'll click on this add or create. They can pull it from Google Drive. They can add a link, a file from their computer, docs, slides, sheets, or drawings. So it's very simple. They can just create it on their own. Something to look at too is right here, we have the points, the number of points the teacher has assigned. This will also be helpful for the student to see, oh, I got 7 out of 7 points once the teacher has done their feedback. The student also has the ability to privately comment to the teacher. If they have questions about an assignment, they can comment right here and the teacher will be able to reply back to them. There also is class comments. The student can reply to the class, and that way the entire class will see their question and the teacher can also respond to them there. Another thing to watch out for is right here is the due date. I say this will be due Thursday, but here you actually have it in there. Okay, it will be due March 19. So once the student has finished their assignment, they'll go over, click mark as done. Sometimes this blue button will say submit. So mark as done or submit is pretty much the same thing. It's very important that you click on this button so that the teacher knows where the child is at. So the student will mark as done. Marking as done. That way, when we go back, so grade 5, classwork, vocabulary, we'll see that this blue icon has now turned gray, meaning the child has turned in their assignment. Now you may be wondering, where can I see the teacher's feedback on different assignments? And so I'll just go to this writing assignment that we did previously, and we'll go down to persuasive writing, video games. You can click on that. I gave feedback right here, and the student will be able to see that privately. This will not go to the entire class, but each teacher will be able to privately give feedback to the student. And so you can look there to find what you need to change or how you did on your work. And you'll also see the grade that the teacher gave to you. Sometimes the teacher will return your work back to you and say, I want to see these changes. At that point, once you've made the changes, you can then hit resubmit. And that will basically be like turning in or mark as done. Let's go back to grade 5. Another helpful tab is this People's tab. And you can see right here all of the teachers that you have for this specific class. Their emails are attached as an icon there. You can also see what your classmates are and who they are in the class. And you can also see they also have email icons here. If you click on one of these icons, it will bring you directly to your Google Gmail account, and you'll be able to email your classmates or your teachers in case you are working on collaboration. So basically, that is a brief rundown of Google Classroom, and hopefully this will help you in the future to use Google Classroom efficiently. Thanks. Thanks.